Hello my friends, welcome to It's Not Electronic channel. This is Uncle Misha. Today we have something different, well, something more unusual, let's say, for this channel. Well, clearly, as you see, this is Value Village. It's houseware, well, interesting, and it costs $8.99 Canadian dollars. Usually, when I go to Value Village, I'm looking for some, audio stuff like cassettes, some nice records, CDs, DVDs, even Blu-rays. Actually, got a whole bunch of nice Blu-rays, documentaries for inexpensive, for cheap, and I'm watching them from time to time. I have nice Blu-ray player and things like that. And I just popped up in the houseware apparently department, and I found this. When I saw the Kenko, because I do photography, Kenko usually produces something for photography. Then next one was made in Japan. Okay, Kenko Telecine DP adapter made in Japan. What that possibly can be? I decided to take a look. So let's take a look together. Maybe from the first second you already understand, because when I saw this, I was like, holy smokes, this is exactly what I was looking for. Let me remove all this paraphernalia and you will understand. Apparently, this is a film copier. Okay, let's read documentation. I'm not sure how old this thing is. Well, genuine Japanese user manual. With Kenko Telecine Adapter KDP01, you can record a picture of normal 35mm size or 110mm size, positive slides, reversal film slide, or 8mm movies onto VTR tape through a video camera. And if it's negative positive conversion mechanism is provided with your camera, not only positive slides but also pictures on negative film can be recorded in converted normal color. And here is all glorious manual how to use this thing. And apparently you can even record, I hope you see that, the movie or whatever 8mm thingy through this onto the video camera. Well, we don't need video camera because we have video camera. And today we're gonna do experiment with you. So we're gonna learn a little bit how to put it all together. Okay, so that looks like some fiddling involved. Yeah, they actually do a lot of interesting information. For example, they mention to use tungsten lamp. Actually, I have to read it before I will try to put it together. So let me read it. No, there is no point me reading it on camera. I just read it off camera, understand how it works. I'm gonna put it together and see if it actually does something useful. Alright, I quickly read everything and now I understand how this thing works. Let's try to put it together. So let me remove all this stuff. I'm not gonna touch. I'm gonna just use slide holders. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. I need more space here. Actually, I'm not gonna use sliders. I just realized I don't have any slides. Yeah, I'm gonna use 35mm negative or strip. And probably gonna use negative, so we're gonna use the filter. So what do we have to do? So we have this contraption. The funny thing is, it doesn't have any tripod mount. So it's, for example, if I attach it to camera, it's gonna be hanging and actually weighting down the lens. So that's not probably cool, but that's okay. I can fix it with some kind of 3D printing, MacGyvering, so we can definitely fix that. So we also, oh yeah, by the way, let's take a look what do we have here. So before touching the camera, let's take a look what do we have. So for some reason we have a lens here. Looks like it has some sort of multi-coating, so probably quality is gonna be, I hope it's gonna be okay, but I'm not sure why it's needed to be here. Oh wow, and it's pretty heavy. Looks like it's a pretty chunky piece of glass, and it actually does some good magnification. You see that? Yeah. Okay, looks like this is like, it's more like a macro lens. I'm gonna put it to side. So when you take a look here, there is a mirror which has actually quite a bit of dirt, by the way, so have to deal with that. So that mirror, this is the mirror. So the light you see here is obviously is reflecting through this white screen. This little white screen, I think it serves two purposes. Looks like it's plastic, unfortunately. Two purpose. First of all, it's a diffuser, but when you use it with 8mm movie, apparently it acts as a screen. Yeah. So this, as a white screen, image gonna be staying here, reflecting down the mirror and straight into the adapter. Yeah, this is cool as well. So this is the hole for the filter. So filter goes here if you use negative, and this, I'm not sure what's the up and down, but yeah, it looks like there is no indent. Oh, it is indentation. No, it doesn't. So it's not, you don't know what's the frame boundary. So yeah, you just have to like eyeball it. All right. Yeah. So yeah, it's just like that. Oops, wrong way. So this is gonna be more light here. Yeah, okay. That's definitely gonna work. So the only thing what I'm not sure at the moment if I need this lens element. This is like pretty cool lens, but it might not be necessary, so we're gonna put it aside. Ah, look at that. Shit. Okay, so I just realized that thread of this and this is different. Yeah, so I have to use it. Well, let me try. See something. Okay, we have some adapters here. So what is this? It is not gonna work for here. Oh, it's even two. So it's 58 this diameter and 49 this side, and here is 49 to 46. Very interesting. Okay, put it to the side. We have also 52 to 58, but again. And we have also, what is this? 55 to 58. So looks like all of them kind of designed to work with this. Honestly, I don't know what kind of lens I have here. I think it's 52, yes. Okay, we have put this contraption all together. So here, what do we have? We have light source. It comes through this and goes into my lens. So let's talk about what we have on the camera side. We have Canon 7D. We have Canon compact macro lens, 50 millimeters, and aperture is 2. So this is actually decent macro lens. Okay, but again, I'm not sure if it's gonna work well in this scenario. So let's switch it to the manual mode. And yeah, this is what I don't like. Look, it's quite a load on the front element, which is not cool at all. So yeah. In manual mode, you can focus. Okay. Okay, it cannot do one-to-one. One-to-one, it only works with a special adapter, which I have actually. It's another tube which goes in between the lens and the camera. Now it's 1:2 actually. In this scenario, it is 1:2. Okay, so what I can do, I can turn on the camera. It's actually what was on. Okay, and turn on the live view. And I'm just curious what you're gonna see here. And I'm gonna see... Wow, that's quite a bit of... Let's do aperture 12 and focus. Well, at least I can focus on the mirror-ish. Yeah, it looks like I would be able to focus. I just need something. I just need something to focus on. I don't have film with me at the moment. Okay, I can just gonna plop this in. Okay, it's a bit crooked. Okay. I wanna show you. Actually, I can just show you. I can record this for you. That's good. So guys, after poking for a while, I just realized that first of all, I can't really focus properly on this using this lens. So problem is I suspect the tube here is a little bit too big, so I need a smaller tube plus this lens. Yeah, it's probably not working well for me. Plus it's extra optic in the path. Okay, so but before we start doing something else, let's try first of all to see how this thing opens. How do you open it? Like that? Oh, nice. Okay, just like that. It's obviously made of plastic. I wish it was made of metal, but it's still pretty nice. So I have this old negative, random, I found in my pile of negatives. It's nothing really special. There's some flower, there are some people here. Now let's try to position it nicely. Really hard to see the split. Something like that. We'll focus on this particular negative of flowers. I guess lock it up like that and just plop it in here and see how that's gonna work. Alright, so let's switch to this view. Okay, here we have it. Here is the view. Let's try to focus. Let's try to zoom in. Oh, it doesn't zoom in while you are... Okay. So I have focused here, so this is the picture of the negative. Let's try to make a shot, and we will then analyze it later. Another very interesting feature here. Let's try to make another one. Filter. I forgot about this filter. So this filter is supposed to compensate for... It's all dirty, of course, but it doesn't matter. I'm not sure which way you insert it, but it's kind of funky. You see this? It's like blue and yellow at the same time. This it's all awkward. This filter is supposed to compensate
for the negative.
For the negative.
So here how it looks like.
Okay, so here how it looks like.
Obviously it's much darker.
With the filter, obviously it's much darker.
Gonna just open the aperture here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do like this.
Okay, let's do like this.
This is just for test anyways.
This is just for test anyway. Okay, so this is what I get. So this is essentially gonna compensate the emulsion color. So this is negative
just
right
for
now.
The reference.
And what I have to do is just gonna invert
as you see, guys, I have to
removing the color of the emulsion. So let me take a shot again.
Right here. And looks like this particular lens is not ideal for this setup. So
okay, this is just for the reference. As you see, guys, I have to. It's very awkward setup right here. We have right here, and looks like this particular lens is not ideal for this setup, so it does not cover the full frame. It's bigger, it's larger, as you saw. So did I stop the video here? No, I didn't. What I'm gonna do, I'll try to remove this lens and try to find the sweet spot here. And I'm gonna remove this filter because we don't care. This is unscrewing on its own. Okay, let's remove the lens and just try to put this back on. Just something like that. Kind of insert it. Looks like it's kind of it's working, but still it's not gonna cover the full frame. No, yeah, it's working when I'm kind of focusing like this. You see, I'm moving. So this lens is clearly work like a macro lens. So with its extra optical element. So if you want a good resolution, probably not gonna use optical element. Plus, we don't know what the resolution it's designed for. So I don't know how good is this lens. So, yeah, but I'll show you how it looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. So try to focus. It's still not covering the full frame. It's usable, but it's not covering the full frame. Yeah. Okay. So in order to cover the full frame, do I have to use like a 1-to-1 macro extender for this thing? Because it's not cool. Because it's already 1-to-1. So yeah, I have to take and use my macro extender for this guy. Alrighty, so here is this Canon life size converter EF. So yeah, this is how it's called, life size converter. So let's shut it down. So now we have this kind of setup. So let's see. Okay, so I'm switching to this view, and clearly we are much more So now we definitely have better coverage.
So as
you see, we almost the full frame. The only thing I don't like is vignetting on the sides. I'm not sure what the heck is about. Maybe something like that.
The only thing
I'm really eyeballing right now, the focusing and stuff. So I'm not sure how good it's focused. Like I'm looking at the screen right here and just try to understand the eyeballing the focus. So yeah.
Alright.
So this is probably gonna be set up if you wanna try it. The only what I don't like, and it's stupid vignetting. It's just like maybe I have to crop it even better, just like that. But it's clearly having issues with covering the frame. Yeah. Not sure what the heck is going on here. This is supposed to be a normal 35mm frame size, I hope, and now it looks like it doesn't really fit properly into my into this frame. It's kind of weird. Oh, I think I know what's going on. It's not an issue with the frame. Those vignetting things are because of this. So this thing has to be at this kind of focal distance. It has to be at different distance from the subject. It has to be further away. Oh, such a pain in the ass. I just, yeah. So this has to be further away and be bigger. Further away or bigger. Bigger probably is better. So that means that I have to remove this side. So there are screws here and screws here, yeah. And put some kind of light source right here. Anyways, looks like it's just getting to the point, so I can't use this thing as is. I have to heavily modify it. So it's not really designed for this particular application. It's nevertheless for a few dollars, for $9 particularly, I got nice slide holders or negative holders, which actually, you know, pretty sturdy. Yeah, I must say they are really good. And everything else is something that I have to MacGyver something with. Yeah. So I don't really have a solution at the moment. Gonna shut this guy down. I don't have a solution for taking negatives or positives using the digital camera, so I'm sort of looking for it, trying to find a solution. This was my first attempt. I don't have any other ideas at the moment, but this was my first attempt, and I think it's close. It's close. At least I have very nice negative holder, so it will be hard to actually 3D print something like that, because this looks like well done, and it's like a foldable, you know, like a book. So it's really good. It looks like the negatives here are pretty flat. So this is good. This lens, macro lens, can be used for something else, like, because it seems like it's a pretty decent macro lens. Not sure, sorry for the sound. Not sure for what is the resolution here, but it seems like at least it has a coating, right? You see that it has a coating. The filter is cool too. I'm not sure what would I use it for. Look at this filter. All right, it's interesting, right? So we're gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep everything around. Maybe I'll come up with some genius idea how to build all this optically. Another possibility. This is APC frame. It's 1.6, right? For a crop factor. If I use full frame, it could be different story. So yeah, that's something I have to try. But this camera is a full frame. This camera is the only one camera I have a full frame. Actually, sorry, I have Canon 5D, very ancient, which is pretty much love for the quality of photos it takes, believe it or not. This one is 1.6 crop factor, so this crop factor may actually cause some issues. But on the other hand, when you use a camera with crop factor, it's gonna use the best portion of the lens. You know, it's not gonna use the peripheral areas of the lens. It's gonna use just center. So technically, usually centers of the lens have better quality, better optical characteristics. So, you know, optical aberrations are worse on sides, right? And the center is usually better. So that's something to consider. It's something quite important. So yeah. But anyways, this camera has worse sensor than my Canon 6D, which actually shoots at the moment this video. Nevertheless, because it's a Canon 7D and it's much older. I think I'm gonna wrap up it, like as I mentioned, I'm gonna wrap up. It was just a, let's say, unboxing or showing my finds and like little exploratory video to see if it's gonna be gonna suit my needs. Looks like it can be suit my needs, but only with modifications. Good, I have 3D printer, so definitely can MacGyver something. But at the end of the story, everything I could have just printed on 3D printer. Well, except this sort of things. To make something precise like this, gonna be harder. Rings as well, so the same story. To make this super light, like, it's pretty much impossible to make on 3D printer. Yeah, these rings are valuable, and obviously an optic. Everything else is this thing is this like mirror and the diffuser here is pretty much useless to me, unfortunately, but good to have. Filter is very interesting. Have to explore this idea. Maybe I can use it some other way. So guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. See you next time. I'm pretty sure you will visit my channel more because I like to do cool things.